Shout out our sponsors, GW Competitions. They run regular draws for you to win different prizes, from cash to Rolexes to cars and all sorts. It's all legit, and the draw is run through the Google number generator. And the prize is delivered the next day, and if it's cash, it's transferred the same day. The draws are run on Facebook Live and Instagram Live. And you got to be in it to win it.
Ayo, who made this? Ammo 7 did it again.
Yep, and we're back again, Big Ego Media. And today we got Sopranz representing Wood Green. We ain't had no one from Wood Green yet, representing a different side of North London. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
How was your journey here?
It's alright, you know, smooth.
Okay. So let's take it back a bit. So where are you originally from?
From Wood Green, North London.
Family background?
My dad's Jamaican, my mum's Guyanese.
Okay. Do you remember? Did you live in the same household together?
I live with my mum
Your
one time, and then when I got to like 12, 13, I moved with my dad. I've been with him since.
Okay, so one of the things where we always have, a lot of people have interviewed, is that they've grown up mostly with their mums and dad wasn't around, but you actually grew up with your dad at the time.
Yeah.
How important was it having a male role figure, a role model in your life at the time?
Different.
Yeah.
It's different. You get me? Like, you know, when you're used to just being with your mum and your siblings, and then it's just boom, it's dad now. You get me?
Why did that happen? Was you keeping up with mischief?
Yeah, I was just the youngest, innit, in the house.
Yeah.
And I was just too hard to, like, she couldn't handle me, basically. So it was just like, yo, come and get your son type of thing. And then my man, he didn't leave me. He's not going to say no, you get me?
Yeah.
So I just rolled with him and just had me ever since, you get me?
In primary school, what was your sort of favourite subjects?
I like PE. I was a PE person still.
Were you more of a sporty type? Would you say was you more sort of on the physical side, not so much academically?
Yeah, I wasn't really academic. I didn't really like the academic thing. I was just bare PE, bare running.
Yeah.
What
was you into as a kid though? What was the main sort of things you liked then?
My thing was basketball still.
Okay.
Yeah, my thing was basketball still.
Why basketball though? Like it's very rare that we hear people say basketball instead of football.
Wait, when I was young, I tried football.
Yeah.
But I just didn't really get into it.
Yeah.
I don't know, like I've done a couple little clubs and that, but I wasn't really feeling it.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I started like doing this basketball thing and just being around, and it just, one day my mum said, why don't you do that? Just done it. Because when you're young, like your mum used to, you know, their mums used to just put them into activities like do this, do that. That's the only thing that's just stuck with me, I think, from like 8, 9, and I just been running with it ever since.
So in terms of secondary, where did you go?
I went to a school called Alexandra Park.
Okay, what area was that?
London. Like Bounds Green, Wood Green.
Okay.
Yeah, Bounds Green, Wood Green. So yeah, that was around there. Not too far from Ali Pali. It's like in the middle of all that. Yeah. So yeah.
So would you say, was your dad a disciplinary, or was he more like I said that wrong, disciplinary? I'm assuming that's the right word. Or was he more like a bit more relaxed with you?
You know what? He was relaxed still.
Yeah.
Obviously, like when he spoke, man, listen, you get me?
Yeah.
Like he's never had to discipline me like that. So when he spoke, I listened, but he was just like, he was the type of guy like, if you're gonna have your friends and that, I'd rather you in the house with your friends than out there on the road with them, you get me? So my mum wasn't like that. She was more like, you could play outside a little bit and then it's time to come in. My friends didn't really come in the house, you get me? So it was just like that, one of them things.
So how did it transpire then that you sort of hanging around with certain people? How did you sort of get involved into that sort of lifestyle?
You know, it's just the ends, bruv. Like, like my area where I grew up is called Bounds Green.
Yeah.
N22, like it's if you're from the ends, then you know, say Wood Green, Bounds Green, that's just one place. But Bounds Green is just like the the calm bit. Do you know what I mean? Like a little safe haven type of thing. You know what I'm saying? But when you want all your shopping and like, you know, when you're in like certain places, like I hear they say in Brixton they got their market. That's like where everyone from that area will go, Wood Green. So it's all one. You get me? So I was just in the ends with the man them, literally, and then it just playing out, and you know how that goes.
Yeah. So what were the sort of first things you guys were doing? Just like graffiti and like running around, just staying out late, smoking? What was like the early things you remember?
Wasn't doing smoking still. Yeah. It was just licking it, bruv. Yeah. Literally.
So
literally, yeah.
What about college? Did you finish? Did you get your GCSEs at the time, or was you
you know what? I didn't really finish that good with the GCSEs. Yeah. I'll be lying if I said like my first GCSE, I didn't even go. Yeah. The second one I went late. Like back when I was young, the roads were live. It wasn't even like a beef thing. It was actually live. So man's doing everything just to be in the ends. Like ends is live. I'm like every single day.
Who was your sort of early music influence at the time?
Them times there. Boy, them times there, boy. I'll just listen to like man's older bros, like Mob Stars, them thing there. That's what made man really say, yo, you get me? I wasn't really listening to no other man in North, like, to be honest with you. I was just listening to them man there, like G-Money, Sticky, like, you know what I'm saying? Them man.
I don't know, I forgot what name he uses in his lyric. He actually designed the Big Ego logo. He's what's that tune? Every Day I'm Robbing Man, not Ghost. The other Congolese brother, Pat.
Which one? Who's that? Which one was that? Pat. Pat. Which one's that? LG. LG wasn't in that. Was LG in that? LG. Yeah.
There's two Congolese brothers. I know Ghost.
Yeah. You got Holy Ghost there. G
Money and the third one.
G Money and
Patu. I know him as Patu, but I don't know what.
LG, was it LG?
He got deported.
Yeah.
He got deported, so he's the one that
he got deported, Ghost. He got deported over to
No, Ghost got deported as well, but there's another Congolese brother on there on that track.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
He actually designed the Big Ego logo for me. So he's doing that as a job now. So he's a graphic designer. So
he's doing that. Yeah.
So he's done that. He's done my Bob's Taba's business one for me. So he's done quite a few logos for me as well. So
I see that.
That's someone from Wood Green.
Yeah.
So listening to that sort of music at the time, did you decide you wanted to rap at the time, or was it just a thing that where you're just vibes in?
You know what? I've been on this rap thing from like when I was like 8. Yeah. Like my older brothers, like the man there used to just play with this rap shit. Man used to like it. You get me?
Yeah.
Like, so I was just all in. I was more into the American thing. Yeah. But if you're asking the UK thing, I was proper like listening when it was man's lot. But them time it wasn't man's lot, but it was man's lot because I'm from the ends, you get me? And I'm what, 10, 11, 12, you get me? So obviously the youths I was growing with a man's age, but I wasn't with them man there, cause obviously they were older boys, and you know when you're young, you don't roll the older boys. But the original man that made me want to start rapping and like the American man, like Dipset and all them and their Cam, and that's the shit I like still.
So you just mentioned like your older brothers. How many older brothers did you have?
I got 4 still. No, I got 3. So got 3 older brothers, 1 little brother.
Okay, so there's just 5 boys, no girls.
Yeah. Same with girls. Like I got 3 older sisters as well and 1 little sister.
So your parents were a bit active like mine still?
More my dad still.
Yeah.
It was like me, just in my household when I was with my mum, it was just like my older brother, my older sister. Yeah. When my dad, it's just everyone, you get me? But
so with your older brothers, did any of them, did they also follow the road life, or did any of them try to chat to you and say, yo, don't do that, man, what's going on?
They just told me, allow it, you get me? Yeah. But obviously earlier days, 2 of my older brothers was doing their thing, you get me, on their side of town. Like they're from like northwest and west, you get me? So they're just doing their thing, but obviously they allowed it, you get me? They're doing things a different route, you get me? And then my other older brother, he's just straightforward, like does his thing in the legit world, like you don't want for nothing type of guy, you get what I'm saying? So he's just doing his thing, but yeah, they wasn't really doing road like that.
So what would you say is kind of like your main ambition in at the time growing up? What did you want to be? Like what did you say, oh, you know, when I grow up, this is what I'm going to be?
I wanted to do this basketball thing still.
Yeah.
That was my thing, like there was a point I was just on that, like boom. basketball.
Did you play for a team at the time?
Yeah, I played for a team still. I played for a team called Highgate Warriors.
Okay.
Sometimes it was in Tottenham, Selby Centre.
Yeah.
You get me? So I used to go there. I started in like YMCA, some place in Hornsey. You get me? I used to always go and play at the parks. Like that was my, anyone that knows me, they know that was my thing. Like basketball, school, every day. That's man, innit? Get me? But yeah.
So like, it's funny that you said that like you used to go to a centre in Tottenham to go and play basketball. At which age would it have been that you couldn't go to Tottenham to go to that centre? Would you say?
Man could still go there, innit? But
okay, at which point would it be dangerous at the time for you to go there? Would I say?
Boy, probably them times as well. You know, I'll be real. It was them times as well. Like maybe like I started there probably when I was like 12, I think.
Yeah.
Get me basketball in T, so probably like 13 man probably come there for me. You get me? So it's like one of them ones, and it's like raw, like this thing's it's on now. You get me? Cause when I was young, it wasn't really like that.
Yeah.
How it is now. You get me? It was little squabbles, but man was in T, man was in Wood Green, man was doing bike rides in T, like man was going youth club, man was, you get what I'm saying? Man was about. See how it is now? It won't. Man, I was shook to come off their blocks. Like, before, we was just about, you get what I'm saying? So, yeah.
So, like, I mean, you probably won't understand it, and I've never understood it as well. And it's something I want to sort of get more people to try to understand, especially for the youngers. Like, I reached out to a couple of people from Newham yesterday, from both sides of Newham, to say, the older lot, say, look, you know what? Like, these things are going on with these youngers. We had 2 kids murdered over the last 2 days, over the last week, basically, in Newham. And, like, a lot of it's, I mean, one of them is not even to do with anything, but another one's, like, off the whole back of the backs and forth. These things stem from, like, 10, 12 years ago. So these youths are growing up not even understanding. Did you ever understand why there was a dislike for Tottenham and why Tottenham disliked you guys? Because I never understood it really from the Peckham and Ghetto side. I just grew up, we don't like them guys. But when you grow up, you think that this guy could have been my friend. Like we have banter now, we have laughter, but them days we're not looking at that. What do you think kind of at a young age is sort of told to us basically?
Well, I knew where I was going from young, innit?
Yeah.
Let's just say, like, I didn't just jump on a bandwagon, like, man, knew from young, it was my brethrens. Like I said, the youths you see me around, like, they're my brethrens, like, they're not just, come join our thing, like, no, they were actually my brethrens before all this tag name thing, like, my brethren. So whatever it was then, innit?
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I have to say on that situation.
I hear that. So, but your first arrest, do you remember that?
Yeah, I kind of remember it still.
What was the conversation with your dad like?
But he didn't know them time there.
Okay, he didn't know you got arrested?
Nah, my mum, them times, I think it was like criminal damage and commercial burglary.
Okay.
You get me? Like, that was a mad thing. But I was young though, them times, you get me? Yeah.
What about when you got arrested at your dad's house? What was the conversation at the time?
Oh, what was that? Boy, there was no conversation. I'll be honest. Actually, tell a lie, there was. I was like 16. I was 16. And then he was just like, you can't be slipping like that. You get what I'm saying? I was 16. I think that was like the first time I proper got bagged. I can't remember, you know. It's been a couple cases, but he just knew. Yeah. You get me? So it wasn't a thing where you just can't see if your mum here, she's just constantly nagging you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really remember my pops like, boom, boom, boom. He's just like, listen, you don't want to be doing that. You get me?
Yeah.
Like, certain times man's getting bagged for robbery and them things. Like, listen, you don't do them things. You get me? So whatever you're doing, that's to stop. You know what I'm saying? But didn't listen, did I? But
then eventually you've ended up going to prison. How old were you when you went to prison?
I was 16 when I first went to jail.
Yeah. You felt him?
I started in Huntercombe, you know.
Huntercombe, okay.
I started in Huntercombe still. Like, that was an unusual one. Normally you start in Feltham them time there. But when I got bagged, it was my first official time, like, boom. Like, I've been bagged, but they look, like I said, little idiot things. But this was the first time, so man got bailed straight away. You get what I'm saying? And them times now if you get bagged for what man got bagged for then, you're going to jail straight away. You get what I'm saying? But them times it was like, what, 09 or something like, or 10, I got bagged for the mad thing, and then, it was just on bail for like 6 months. Yeah.
So when they told you you're going to jail, was you emotional? Did you cry?
Nah, I didn't.
Yeah.
Them times it was just like,
You see it as fun, like, you know, this is a badge of honor.
nah, not a badge of honor, you know. I just didn't want to get birded, bruv.
Yeah.
Get me? Cause them times, them around 16, man got bagged with a hammer them times.
Yeah.
You get me? And a shank. So I'm thinking, them times no one was really getting bagged for them type of things. So it's like, raw, what's someone gonna get? You get me? So I'm thinking, raw, okay, cool. Man don't really, all the man are in jail anyway. So it's like, this is how man's going in, like, so I just don't want to get birded, you get me?
What did you end up getting?
I went to trial for like 3 days. I got found guilty on the possession of a firearm and a knife. I got 3 years.
3 years?
Yeah.
And at that time, was you happy with the 3 years, or were you thinking, oh, damn?
I was thinking, oh, damn, still, like, I'm like 16, innit? I'm thinking 3 years, like, blood, like 3 years. But obviously, when you get in there, bare man in there, they're like, your age, like, man's not exploited to jail them times. Man's just exploited to the roads, you get me? Man's head's not thinking about jail. Like, now, bare man, they just talk about jail. Them times, you're not thinking about jail, you get me? You're just thinking, it's terrorize the roads, innit?
When you're in jail, was it a calm experience at the time, or was there a lot of passes happening at the time?
That was passer central, bro.
Yeah.
Anyone that was in Huntercombe felt Ashfield them times there, it's peak, bro. Like, it's on, you get me? For some reason, I cut through bare, but like that whole 18 months, I couldn't cut through, bro. I had to hold a couple losses, but I wasn't even trying to, like, fuck that. You get me?
So, eventually, you're released. You'd have been, what, 17, 18?
18, I got released.
18.
Yeah.
So, as an 18-year-old freshly released from jail, what's the mindset like this time?
At them times I was banned from the ends, so I'm thinking, yeah, let's go back to ends, but I ended up getting banned, you get me? So, like, I'm still in the ends, but it's just like, you know, certain ends, like one long road, then you're not allowed to go past the borough, bam. So I'll just stand on one. If this is the sign, I'll just stand here.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it's just one of them things there, but it didn't really bother me, you know?
Yeah.
Just like, allow me to find myself a bit more, you get me?
And what you thinking you want to do at this time? Because obviously you weren't probably thinking about basketball no more, because you're thinking about basketball at 12.
Fuck, I'm thinking, oh, that's fuck now. Because before that, man's trying, them time, man's 15, 16, thinking, yeah, man, I want to be in the NBA at 19, bro.
Yeah.
Like, boom, you get me? 20, boom, drafts. Boom, that's the dreams man's thinking. Man's thinking big, you get me? When man went jail, it's just like, fucked. Because you know when you get, so I don't know the whole guidelines for the America thing, but I know, boy, when you get nicked for certain things, it's just collapse, innit? So I just like, boom, man's out here. You know what I'm saying? Literally, man's out here.
Just literally on the roads.
Yeah, man's out here, the passion now, like, man's getting this dough, fam.
Yeah.
Like, that's when I said, man's getting this dough, fuck this. Yeah.
So, what about music at the time? Did you start trying to pursue that career as well? Or was it just a bit of
Man was doing
fun?
music before that.
Yeah.
You get me? So, man was doing that from like, about 14, 15, you get me?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my brethrens in the ends, like, I've always had little raps and that when I was young, like 9, 10, but I never really used to, like, say it to no one, you get me? I know a man's probably just got raps in his book, but I used to just have, my mum used to just find it and and just leave it on the side. My pops knew, like, man will be on it, but I just never thought, them times it's not like America, you're seeing big rappers, so you're saying, yo, man, I want to be a rapper like that. Them times you're not really thinking you could do them things.
Yeah.
So I didn't really take it in, but one of my brethrens, like, when I moved with my dad, like, a couple of my brethrens, they ended up living, like, next to me, like.
Yeah.
So man ended up building up tight relationships with them, cause man's on road now, and man's next door to me as well. So it's like, all right, cool, boom. Then man's found out he's rapped, man, that I rapped, it's like, can we go to studio? Let me hear it. Man's on the bus one time, I swear man's on the bus going all green. Man just started rapping, I'm like, bruh. It's like, what? You can rap as well. Man's rapping. It's like, yeah, boom, let's go studio. I'm thinking, all right, you get me? Then obviously them older man there, like, them times, like, 2G money, them man was going like a studio called Studio 69, you get me? Boom, we went there, they're like, boom, you man can rap, boom, do your thing, you get me? Just went from there, blood. Literally, fam. We was all in the booth one day. The man said, slap a verse on it. I slapped a verse on it. Fucking GK slapped a verse on it. We're the two youngest youths on this thing. Like, boom, and we're doing it with like older bros, you get me? Man's first thing man dropped was with one you called Black Boy. Flipping Brissett, like Kurt Brissett, them and there, like he was rapping them time there, and one guy called Lopes, one man's bit. Man's first thing was jumped in it. Got a mad response, thinking, oh, like, don't really know them things there, you get me?
And with this sort of, this is before drill, this is hip hop.
Before drill, before that, bro, before all of that, before all of them things that used to go online, like, boom, we was popping in our bit. Like in Haringey, we was popping in our bit, like, you know, you go around, you know who man is, like, they know who man is, they know who GK is, they know who G1 is, they know who 2G is, they know who J Avalanche is before J Avalanche, they know, man. So it's not like, man just started today, man's just clocked, bro, man can actually cut peas now, you get me? That's what man's clocked, because man can cut checks on road, you get me? So them times, man was just doing it for fun, blood, you get me? And people were just rating it, man just kept doing it. Kept doing it, blood. Next man, yo, let's do a track. Boom, just doing it. Just one day, them man, they just done one tune called Fuck a Link Up. I was in school, I remember that day like yesterday. They said, come studio, come, boom, we're doing a mad tune. I'm in school, I remember I'm in maths, I can't come out, you get me? I'm thinking, fuck. Normally I just kick out, but I didn't think nothing, I said I'll hit it tomorrow, you get me? Bam, ended up doing a mad tune. That tune just went mad viral on the ends, blood. I'm thinking, fuck, man, do that tune. But obviously, man was all in the video though, but get me, the man, they big went up in there, but that tune just went mad for North. You get me, for man's age. Man was like 15. Then after that, it was just, anything we was touching, it was just like, anything the man them used to touch would just be like fire after that. You get me? After like, after that, G-Money like threw man the baton and that. Just went mad with it, bro.
So at the time, you obviously went by a different name. Which is what you're, because obviously when I said I'm interviewing you, people are saying, oh yeah, that's what so-and-so from, you mind me saying the name? Or
I don't mind.
You went by the name of Blacka. Obviously United Sopranz, and Sopranz, for soprano, I'm assuming. So do you think that might, I don't say tarnish, but that might not get you the views, because people say, no, what, that's, you go for a different name, people might not know, so they have to sort of get to know again. It might take a longer process instead of you just going by your old name. Course, but like I said, like before we even jumped on this, like music's music, road's road, you get me, man, don't want to get this thing mixed up, so it's like, trust me, whoever knows why people do them things, they understand why, you get me, like, so, man just have to run with this, because it explains man in a different way as well, you get me, so, So how fully are you really pushing this music thing now? Is it something like, I'm going to try my thing, and if it don't work, are you really saying, you know what, this is it now?
Oh, this is what it is, man. It's what it's been, you get me? Like, if I didn't go to the can, like, it was going to be whatever in it, but shit happens, innit? You get what I'm saying? Like, them times, man did really choose road over music, you get me?
I'm going to say as well, like, when you look at, I look at Wood Green, right? Also, you got G Money, you got J Avalanche, and obviously they're really well known and well respected, right? But they're not really ever sort of crossed to the mainstream. And I'll say for Wood Green, I can't really remember a name of anyone that's really, because if you look at Tottenham, also you got the people who've gone to the mainstream. You look at Edmonton, got people who've gone to the mainstream. Even Hornsey, got people going to the mainstream. What is it about Wood Green that you think that's being lacking? Is it being consistency, or do you think that the industry is trying to try to blackball you guys?
Because we was really doing it. You get me? That's the difference. Like, half of these guys, I respect where they got, you get me? I respect where they got, but man was really doing it. So man was really going jail, man was really getting birds, man was really, things are happening, you get me? So man was really getting pressured by these feds. So whatever man's rapping about, their man's yard, next day their man's brethren's yard, making man's mums come down to stations, man's getting pressured separately, you get me? So it's like, I'm going jail at 16, their man's going jail at this. So it's like, and these youths, there's no one being able to keep it consistent. Like Avi had it, jailed off. You get him? G Money had it, jailed off. When man's at that peak, I don't know where it is, but it's either man's getting blackballed by the roads or blackballed by these feds. But like serious, like man's trying to do things and people just don't want to see because they know. Like,
who would you say in the industry you listen to now?
I listen to everyone. I listen to everyone. I just like to hear what I'm going, you get me? I'm not gonna lie, I hear everything. Just I just don't listen to people I don't want to listen to, innit? Yeah.
So in regards to, I guess, the drill sound, right? Obviously, you've left your hip hop roots and sort of gone into that. I'm hearing sort of whispers that hip hop is slowly coming back into the fold again. So is it a thing that where you're kind of seeing where it goes, or are you fully invested in doing the drill sound?
Bro, I'm not even a drill artist, man's just a straight artist, like musician, like.
So man, you can do anything basically.
Yeah. My next thing's a rap thing. That's coming out 10th of May. You get me? That one there, mad. You get me? Like, man could do the rap thing, but at the same time, man, still with the times, car. This way, isn't it? Like, I don't want to sound like 10 other man.
Yeah.
I want to be 10 other man, innit? I'm me, innit? So if man are dropping 10 fucking drill tunes, I'm not gonna drop 10 drill tunes. I'll drop a drill and a rap tune, drop a flipping freestyle, drop another drill tune. But like, music's music. If you're fucking with it, you're fucking with it, you get me? If you're not, you're not. It's one of them ones.
I'm gonna say also, just in regards to how far the music industry has come, did you ever foresee it getting to where it has now? Back in the day, in hindsight, did you think, right, we're gonna get to where we top in the charts and stuff like that? Did you ever think that would be a possibility?
Nah, bruv. When I see, you know what made man see this thing, like when I was young, like see the crossover, like I was young though, you get me? But when I see gigs bust, like when I see gigs start popping, I was like, raw, you get me? I was like, all right, cool. Like that's what really opened my eyes. And then I see a couple youths man know actually start crossing over into this thing, and I'm thinking, raw, you get me? Like I didn't know, like obviously there's certain man that's from north that's bust, but they're not really from man's side, but they're from man's side of town. But man don't really take it serious because they're not really around man. So when I actually see man's around, like man grew with, man's done certain things with, going clear, and it's like, okay.
I mean, the interview the other day, like A1 today as well, so like obviously he's ops per se. He said that, right, he sees them man there, and like they're all from North London, they're all sort of the same area, and he said that, right, if they can actually pop, I might not like them, but if they can pop, that actually is a bit of an inspiration. So, you know, I can do it as well.
Man, it's not like man was popping. Like if our thing was popping,
I'm talking
like,
about there's hood popping, right? And then there's mainstream. Let's get these. So I'm talking about that side.
Yeah, them man they went clear with it. Man, respect it. It's mad, but it's like, of course, man. Why can't man get there? Anyway, you want to take your mind, you're getting there. You get what I'm saying?
So I go back to the point then in regards to saying, how seriously are you taking it this time? Because as you mentioned before, I think yesterday was 1 year since you've been out of prison. So you went to prison as a young man, and then prison again recently. Is it a thing that now we're done with that, we're concentrating fully, or is it there's still like have to look over shoulders?
Nah, that's done, man. That's done. Whatever it was before, it was before, but ain't no one chasing that energy. No one's chasing that energy. You get me? If that energy chases, man, it chases, man. But ain't no one chasing that energy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I ain't really watching that.
And you spoke recently as well, coming out during the pandemic as well. I mean, how was that for you, actually being coming out when everything's under lockdown? I'm assuming in jail, you're probably excited to get out, you're figuring out all these bars, and then everything's shut down. How was that for you?
Shit, bro. You know, you just got that buzz. Boom, man's home now. Like, but I left from DCAT, so it was all right. You get me? But at the same time, it wasn't.
Was you getting in town visits while in lockdown as well?
Yeah, I got home leaves and town visits. You get me? But they're on timed. Do you get me? See, when you're on time, you can't enjoy yourself. You get what I'm saying? You're on curfew and you're on DCAT. Still got to be in that. It's all mad, bruv. So you just got to spend time with your family while you're coming out for them 3, them 4, them 5 days. You get me? You can't really just bubble how you want to bubble. You get what I'm saying? So it was good to be out, but you didn't really get to, you know what I'm saying, enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? So when I come out and the lockdown, it was just like, fuck.
And you said also recently, my condolences, you lost your father recently.
So,
I mean, how much has affected you in terms of, as a man, basically, and sort of everything you've gone through for your whole life till now?
Different place, innit? Like, took me places I didn't know I could go, you get me? But obviously, you have to just fight, you get me? You have to keep going and just don't stop, you know what I'm saying? Because it's going to happen to everyone one day, you get me? It's just how, you get me? But yeah, but we just keep it moving, fam. Just keep flying the flag, fam, literally.
So, again, how, when you look at the people like sort of G Money And how much is it of an influence to you? Because I've got an interview with him coming up soon. once he makes it down.
Yeah.
Like how much of an influence is it to you? You're seeing him and he's grinding. He's being because he's not stopping. Because people say, "Oh, G-Man should have bust ages ago," but he's still continuing. That's what motivates you. You know what? I'm gonna keep pushing as well.
Yeah, bruv. He's a fighter, man. Obviously, sometimes you get disheartened, but it's him. Music's him, bruv.
Yeah.
Get me? Obviously, times are went on, but he's still got it, bruv. Like
any collaborations we can look forward to?
Yeah, of course, 100%. That's the least. That's easy. You get me? That's easy. Obviously, due to certain situations, man's just working on that right now. But yeah, man, that's the least, man. Bro, that's bro, fam.
So what have you got kind of in the pipeline? And is it sort of like you got music sat there, or you're still writing and recording now? You got how many? Have you got enough for a project per se?
Yeah, man's got things there put down.
Yeah,
you get me? I've got bare things put down. Like my thing I just dropped. Like I had that all from like 2019 put down. You get me? So just times when to drop it. You get me? Yeah, bro. Literally. So man's just dropping videos.
So when are we likely to get a full project?
Boy, right now man's just hitting them. It's gonna keep coming. You get what I'm saying? Man's got to make the right moves out here. You can't just make these drastic moves. Man's making right moves. Man's making chess moves. Big moves man's making. You get me? So man's not just gonna make a tomorrow. Man's just gonna say boom. Nah, every move has to make sense. Or it don't make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Besides music, then what are we doing at the moment?
Besides music, that's just the angle right now. Literally, if I'm not shooting a video, man's studioed off. I'm not studioed off. Man's training. Man's not training. Man's got youth, so man's doing a family thing as well. You get me? So man, look after
how many children you have?
2 boys still.
2 boys.
Yeah, man's just doing that. Look after them. You get me? Like,
how old are they? If you mind me asking.
One's 7 and one's 1.
Okay, well.
Yeah, come on.
So I got 2 girls, so I'm trying to get a boy soon as well. But I mean, how important is fatherhood to you?
Nah, it's big, man. It's different, but it's big. You get me? It's different, but it's big, fam.
Do you sort of, obviously, 1-year-old is one, but like with your 7-year-old, because I spoke yesterday in regards to sort of the whole youth and gang violence thing. I was saying that, you know what, sometimes if you get your children, I mean, you had basketball per se, right? But if you get your children into something and consistently keep them up there, so when the next person goes, oh, you know what, come we go and do this, and I got basketball training, I got football training now, and being there as well, is that something that you're trying to install in your children from now to finding their interest and stuff?
Yeah, because times are different. Them time there, man could just come out at 6 years old, 7, 8 and play outside.
Yeah.
Now we can't do that. So it's a bit different, you get what I'm saying? So, he's doing them little things. He likes his little things, he does, you get me? But obviously through the pandemic, he ain't had the chance to do that. But when that's all loud, he does his little after school things. Yeah, man.
Do you have that conversation? Would you eventually have that conversation with him saying, you know what, this what daddy done, this what that? Because my daughter, like when she first was visiting me in jail, I was like, oh yeah, I'm at work. So I had to sort of, but then in the end when I come out, I had to tell her the truth, and it's like she knows.
That's what I said as well. Yeah, man's at work. At work. You get me? I don't know. I don't think he knows right now, but soon, when he gets older and he understands, you get me, and he finds himself, then yeah, why not? Got to tell him.
You had that conversation with him.
Yeah, man, normal. You got to. Not even if I see it, like at a certain age when he's actually paying attention, I say, yeah, man, it's long. You know what I mean?
So what about that? Like I said earlier, what about sort of the young people growing up now? I know there's certain things we don't want to talk about and so on, but like when you look at the young people now who are sort of 14 and 15, is it a matter of like, you know what, bro, they're gonna have to learn the hard with them? So or is it a matter like, you know what, yo, you man, let me chat to you guys for a second, like this is long. How do you approach that? Because sometimes people say, you know what, I can't talk to the youngers no more. They're doing what they're doing. But I think sometimes we take away responsibilities that we got as elders to say, you know what, you man, allow that.
Me personally, I don't know, but I just feel if you're not there, you can't really tell a youth something. You can't tell a youth something today and then tomorrow you're not there, you get me?
Yeah.
So he's not going to really listen. That's what I think. That's my opinion, you get me?
Yeah.
But each to their own. But I feel you're telling you allow that, and you ain't bringing that to him.
To the table, yeah.
Then why is he going to listen to you? You don't need to listen to you. I'm out here doing my thing, like, they rate me, you get me? I'm doing my thing, bruv. I'm not listening to you, fam. I mean, you're not really on nothing anyway.
Yeah.
Not really going to hear that, are you? So that's what I think. I may be wrong, you get me? But that's how I see it. So unless I invest time into you, like, man, I ain't really gonna say nothing to certain man. Like, if it's stupid, I will tell man, bruv. But that's probably man's bros, you get me?
Yeah.
But anyone else, or man's little bros, or man's actual brethren, but anyone else, they need to, I don't know, fam. I'll tell them, allow it, but what does allow it mean?
But in terms of do you keep an eye to the streets in regards to who's the young bubbling right now in Wood Green? Like, yo, you know what? That guy there, he's hard. Let's bring him on. Let's make some music together. Management stuff like that.
Yeah, of course.
Who can we be looking at for the moment?
Boy, you got a couple of my little brothers, but they're on the wing right now. But they're coming back. You got BD, he's coming back. You get me? Yeah, you got Crash, he's coming. You know what I'm saying? Them men are coming through, man. You get me? Couple of the little young drillers in the can. I don't know if they want to get mentioned right now, but definitely you're gonna see BD 100%. You know what I'm saying? And Crash too. Them man there, they're coming. You get me? 100%.
Is it a drill sound with them at the moment?
Yeah, they're drilled off. That's their thing.
Yeah.
100%. You know what I'm saying? 100%. Them man, they got this. Right now, they're on the wing. Certain man are just not here, so this is what it has to be right now. You get me?
So what would you say is sort of your main motivation in life? Like what motivates you as a person?
What motivates me? What motivates me? That's a good question, you know. Seeing other people around me do well.
Yeah.
I can look on the gram and see the Americans do well and other people, but that won't really motivate me because they're there.
Yeah.
But when man are here and man are there at the same time, that motivates me. You get me? Like, okay, cool. Man being around it and growing up in it. Yeah. This is what's
I would say I look at the gram with a pinch of salt because people can fake it till they make it on the gram.
Yeah,
they might show different perceptions on the gram.
Man know half it. About not even 95%, about 99, 98% of these guys are just chatting shit. Like, obviously, I'm not gonna disrespect their music.
Yeah.
Where man are getting, let everyone get, but no one really tells the truth. Like even the gram, like no one's really. I don't really feel like the real rich man. You know, it's one of them ones, innit? You just know, fam.
If you had to pick someone now to collaborate with in the industry, you say, you know what, let's make a tune and this tune's gonna pop. Who is it? Who's that person? Or who are the people? It could be a group. I don't know.
I don't know, boy. That's a good question, boy. That is a good question. I don't even know right now.
I always get the feeling like artists never like to say. You probably know who, but
I don't know right now.
Like, don't like to say like, I don't really shout at these, man. I always get that feeling with different artists when I ask that question.
Nah, I don't really know right now. Still, obviously, there's very little funny things going on, like, so I don't know who's who right now. I'm still trying to find what's going on in the scene. Like, remember, where's coming from road to the industry.
Yeah.
Industry's a whole different place, you get me?
And that's the thing. Do you have to play your part in the industry? Because it's not out yet. It should be out later on tonight. Hopefully, I don't know if I'm have it ready tonight. But A1 said something interesting. He said if the bag is right, who would make a tune with OFB? That's what he said. So he said, you know what? He said, I have to look at it this way. I can say, okay, I'm repping this and repping that, repping this. Yeah. But the main people that I'm repping is myself and my family. At the end of the day, when everyone's gone, it will be my legacy, my family. I'm trying to get that bag for my family and feed my kids, right? I can't look at what the next man is telling me, oh, what, no, I can't work with them, man, I can't do that. Because that's just their opinions. A lot of it is like kids from Hertfordshire and wherever just talking shit on the net. He said, personally, if the bag was right, he would what do you call it?
Yeah.
Take the P.
Wait.
Do you have to play that street politics or do you have to play that family politics and say, you know what?
Wait, each to their own, bruv.
Yeah.
You get me?
So there's no amount of bag which will make you work with certain people?
Nah, because my thing's a bit different. I'm on this straight FTO thing. Like, I'm not really on this. I don't know certain people, so I'm not really gonna say certain people's name. You get me?
Yeah.
But I don't know certain man to be like, you know, it's not even how it seems. Certain man you'll see and it's not like that. So I'm not really gonna make it a problem. But yeah, I'm not really on that.
Because another thing I'm saying as well, like you said, it's hard going from the roads to the industry because you don't know relationships with the industry as well. Because you get someone who say, "Oh, you know what? That my man made a tune with my man, so I can't make a tune with that brother now as well."
No, I'm on that. I don't care about that because, like I said, music's road.
Yeah.
If artist said to me, "Yo, let's make a tune," and I know he made a tune with certain man, I'm not really gonna pre him for that, am I? Because
but you get why people do that though. I don't understand it.
Not personally, no.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I don't expect you to fight my battles. And remember, we're not in that. We're not in this for that. We didn't meet because of that. We're doing this, innit? We're doing business, so let's do business, innit? I'm not really like that. Oh, the man done the track, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But certain man, I just won't fuck with, innit? Like simple. That's what I'm on.
So what inspires your writing now, kind of thing? Like, would you want to record back in there? I can imagine people writing about certain things and certain lives. What inspires your writing as we grow? Like, for example, Jay-Z, he kind of still talks about road, but he does it in a more suave way, kind of thing. Like, you make you feel like he's doing it in a more articulate way. Like, what sort of inspires your writing now?
Yeah, the surroundings, bruv. Literally, the stories man's got to tell. Like, when man sit down and I'm just thinking, like, blood. Man's got stories to tell, blood. Like, some of man's dogs, man was here when man was 13, 12, like, really doing this thing with, but we weren't thinking we was doing this thing. We was just having fun. They're not here today, so them type of things there inspire, man. Like, seeing man do well, that inspires, man. You get me? Like, seeing where man's come from, like, what man's going through, them thing they're like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's really made man, like, dig deeper is, like, man's lost, you get me? Like, before I was just blasé about a lot of things, like, fuck it, is what it is. But now man's just thinking, yo, this thing is mad.
I mean, you touched on there about sort of losing friends. I say it all the time, I can't count my fingers and toes the amount of friends I've lost on the road in Peckham, and I can literally name over 20 people.
Yeah, easy, man.
One of the things that we never talk about is sort of therapy and the mental health for the streets. Have you ever thought about doing therapy, or do you think, nah, that's not my thing? I'm
thought about it still. It's peak, bruv, out here. You get me? Like, trust me, man. You don't really think it's deep when you're in it, but it's deep, fam. You get me? 393 JD, like, them man there, like, trust me. Guys, man was there with every day. Man was there, groove, and it's mad, fam. Trust me.
Have you got like life sentences?
Yeah, them man there, like, trust me, them my guys, man. So, like, obviously, other man got the L plates, 3 of the man, them, you get me? But certain ones he's sleeping in the bed with and top and toe and proper things, you get me? It's like,
does that scare you, a life sentence? Is that thing that scares you? Because that's one thing that used to scare me, especially when I was in jail and I see certain man, like big men crying. I'll be in Belmarsh and my man's like, not to make fun of it, but they're proper bawling, like, oh, what happened? Bro, the judge just slapped me with 30. And you don't know what to say to a man. You're like, oh, fuck, like, I'm sorry. And they're being strong about it, but it's something that scares you. They think, you know what? That's what I want. I think sometimes that's worse than death.
Boy, I don't know, bro, because I don't know. I never thought about it, but I never really thought about it up to today. Like, obviously, I know it's long, like, fuck that. I've always said, fuck that, you get me? But roads are peak, bro.
Do you think some of these kids don't actually understand that a life sentence is possible? You think they're just going around doing what they're doing and not thinking, you know what?
Yeah, now they're just silly. They're just not even calculated with this thing here. Like, you get me? They're just throwing their life away. I'm not saying you should throw your life away smart, but if you're going to do certain things, think about it. Actually think about it. You get me? I see certain men that will kill a man on the baitest places. Obviously, I know it gets peak, but boy, it's my opinion.
When you need to talk, who do you go to? Because sometimes they say man them don't speak to each other. You might just say, yo, what's going on? More times you rather speak to a girl or your mum or something. Who do you actually say, you know what? I'm having a tough time, you know, I need to speak. And do you think we need to do that more as men, or do you think men look at us, you look at each other funny, like, yo, man up, man, you can't tell me about these things. Is that the stigma that we have with each other?
That's what I think still, I think, well, I chat to a couple, man. Still.
I mean, a couple of your bedrooms like, yeah, nah, can you call you, you know, like, yo, like, I need to chat for a second, man. But how would that make you guys, would you accept? Yeah.
Yeah, I do still. I hit couple man, certain situations I might hit that man for, or certain situations I might hit that man for. Yo, what do you think of this? Like, yeah, I do chat to them still. Yeah.
Well, so You say you got the track coming on the 10th of May?
10th of May, man.
What's that track called?
It's called The Ends. Like, just a little rap thing. Just something to just keep the flavour going. You get me? Like, I'm just touching on different subjects in that one there. Then I got a next thing coming like the month after. You get me? I got a couple things lined up, man. I got a couple things in the pipeline, man.
So we got what, track a month now coming?
Yeah, track a month at the least, man. That's the plan.
Couple of freestyles for us to look out for.
Yeah, 100%. All of that, man. I got bare things just ready to go, man. It's just about outlets and just, you know what I'm saying? It's just about, you know how this thing goes, man. So man's just making things happen behind the scenes. But man's ready for big scale, man. That's the least, bruv. You get me?
All right, we're here for the journey, man. We're here for the journey. One thing we always invite our guests to do, some say yes, some say no, is like drop us a little freestyle. Is that something that we can do today or?
Wait, 10th of May, innit?
10th of May.
10th of May, innit? You get me? Like, 10th of May, boy. 10th of May, bro. Trust me.
Say no more, man. 10th of May, the ends. That's Sopranz.
Yeah, come on, love, man. Love,
Appreciate
man. Respect it, man.